Now, 9 families or rather say they have been forced out of land who own land in Zondi, Soweto, which they bought 14 years ago. They claim the City of Johannesburg has continuously failed to provide them with services such as electricity and bulk water supply. Instead, the city has allegedly charged them for rates and taxes for bare plots that they've never even lived on. The families have since taken the city to court, where an order was ordered for it to provide the required services. Zola Sholwana speaks to one of the landowners on this one then as well. Zola, certainly can't believe that this story cannot be a good one for the residents.
Well, yes, indeed, Arabile, you would understand that once you get your hand on that title deed, you can't wait to occupy the land. And that hasn't been the case for these residents here in Soweto, who have had title deeds for several years but have been unable to occupy the land that we are currently on. Some even say they went as far as purchasing material for over 50,000 rand when they had confidence that they will be able to build their homes on this land. Now, over the years, the material has rotten and is unable to be used, and some of them find themselves having to live in shacks and rent homes while they walk past this land that was meant to be their land rather. Let me actually speak to one of them just to take us through, where all of this started. So thank you very much for your time. What happened and what was the agreement between you and the City of Johannesburg when you purchased this land?
Okay. In 2009 to 2010, there was an advert for people who wanted to purchase lands. But this program was called the Land Regularization Program. It was initiated by former executive mayor of Joburg, Parkstown. After they launched this program. This program was for people who were earning less than 7,000 who couldn't qualify for bond. They were given the chance to purchase the lands. So after that, you had to pay a non-refundable bid of 100 rand in order to get the papers to apply for that tender. We did all that process. Our tenders were selected. So we went to, they handed out those title deeds at Midrand. It was, the MC of that program was the late Vuyombulu of blessed memory. He was the one facilitating the program for Executive Mayor Parkstar with them. They handed out these title deeds. We thought we were going to be having homes at last. Then when we came here, one of us went to pay for, to connect the services. Then they came and told him that actually here, there's no service like whereby you can just connect as an ordinary person. It needs a municipality budget because the only thing that is there is bulk sewage. So after we have tried to sort this thing out with the city council, after having many meetings for more than 3 to 4 years, then we looked for help and we found it at Wits from an organization called Central Applied for Legal Studies, is CALS. It can be found at Duplessis building in Wits. We took them to court. They settled out of court that they will do it. We took more years again. They have been in contempt of court order several times. And what is painful is that when they were handing over these title deeds, they took people with buses to that place there where they were going to hand over those titles. There was even second ceremony by then former MMC of Economic Development, Ruby Matang. He also gave out the title deeds at, Constitutional Hill. After that, we've been going up and down for 14 years, 15 years. You can see he has grown up. Where is it? He was a baby, this guy. You can see now how big he is. So we took them to court. They've been in contempt of court orders. They said last time they came and to install and they were disrupted. But as far as the legality, what does the rule of law say is when somebody has a title deed and they are stopped, that thing is criminal and we want them to be held accountable, those people. They must be arrested and we want the involvement of law enforcement if there is disruption here. Those people must be arrested and answer in court.
How does it feel knowing that you actually have a title deed with you, but you are unable to occupy land that you purchased? Some of you guys are currently renting. How does it feel?
I stay in a shack. I stay with my siblings' children. We are overcrowded. When one has to bath, other one has to go outside. Like there's no even privacy. The kids, they're asking me that you have bought a land. Where is the land? How long is this going to go on? So we will also need intervention, the highest offices of these people to come and sort this thing, because it's been 15 years, a decade and quinquennum. We've been waiting for these people.
And over the years, you haven't seen some sort of action on this land from the municipality?
Nix. We haven't seen anything. What I can tell you about these people, they will always say we are doing something, but we don't see anything tangible. I mean, they can't tell me for 15 years they are still trying to solve this. No, there's no action for. They even wait only when we are taking them to court. That's when they will start opposing, so that it can be removed from opposed into unopposed role. And every time we went to court to them, we defeated them in court. Even the judges were not buying these excuses. It's absolute rubbish of no description.
Some of you are even suspecting that this land could possibly be sold to a private owner. Just elaborate on that.
What we know with these projects that are going on, if the investors don't have these problems we are having, we don't know if maybe they are planning something about this land that we don't know. For how long are we going to wait? We've been waiting and waiting, and the kids have grown up. Some of us, we even have bills that we get because some of us took the loans to pay these things up. We are still paying that, even the loans for the building materials, because they said when they gave us this title deed, they said you must build within 12 months. They gave you a time frame. They said if you don't build within 12 months, we will withdraw it. So other people, they were so anxious. We went and made loans to purchase. This material is rotting. The cements can never be used. They are done. It's a waste of resources.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Well, that is indeed a frustrated landowner there, Arabile, essentially taking us through the process that has been over a decade where they've been hoping to occupy this land. Now, according to our understanding, the City of Johannesburg says at some point they had appointed a contractor to install services on this land, but it was prevented by community members. But the biggest question is that how long is that going to go on for, especially considering the fact that these people have title deeds and they were promised that this land is theirs and they can occupy this land. But of course, we will be getting answers from the city later on as to what's going to happen onwards. Will these people keep on passing this land while they live in shacks, overcrowded shacks, with their families, with title deeds in their hands? Back to you in studio.
Promises made, promises not kept. Zola, thank you so much for that story then. Indeed, just some answers still being looked for then. Indeed, government and municipalities needing to answers.